Thank you. On part one of our discussion on our module, Management and Leadership Theories, we have discussed different theories. In the next chapter 2 of our discussion, we have to see some basic points regarding the management and leadership theories. On page 19 of your module, we see managerial roles. There are different roles managers have. The first one, figurehead roles. He serves as symbolic head of the organization. So he needs an exemplary lifestyle. The group see then the managers as a symbolic head of the organization. The second one, managerial roles as the leader. Managers have the roles of leadership. So leader provides vision, mission, and motivation. So the management or the manager also have vision, mission, and motivation in terms of their organizations. The third one, liaison. It serves as a bridge between outside supporters and the organization. So the managers have to know his or her roles as a bridge between outside and inside the organization. The fourth one, they have a role of monitor. The monitor seeks and receives internal and external information of importance to the organization. So they need the data, the information, the basic receiving and sending informations about the importance of the organization. The fifth one, the roles of disseminator. Disseminator transmits or receives information to members of the organization. So transmit, receive information to the members of the organization. They have to transmit, they have to communicate. The sixth one, spokesperson. A spokesperson transmits information about the organization to outside parties. So the foreign relations, a spokesperson. The seventh one, entrepreneur. They seek out productive opportunities for the employer, for the community, and for around circumstances. And initiatives to bring change. They have to be change-focused. The eighth one, disturbance handler. In the organization, in the company, there is a disturbance atmosphere, so they have to handle as a medium. They have to reduce the disturbance and the way of solving. The ninth one, a resource allocator. They have to allocate the resource, where find the resource, and when collect the resource. The last one, the roles of managers are becoming negotiator. They have to negotiate between the members, the individuals, the internal and external relations regarding their organization. So, in part 2 of our management and leadership theories, we have to see such important ingredients or pointers which mentioned in your module. These are importance of leadership, ancient thoughts, education and training, organizational system, self-monitoring, locus of control, influence on behavior, theories X and Y, learning, self-efficacy, confidence, states of growth development, social facilitation, conformity, and so on. This presentation is prepared by Gelila International Seminary. Okay, the importance of leadership. See page 20 of your module. Leaders provide direction and vision, motivate and inspire others, and help create an environment conducive to success by promoting communication and collaboration among team members. In short, leadership and strong management are essential for any organization that wants to achieve its objectives. One of the importance of leadership is achieving group performance. So they have to do on group. Regarding of leadership development perspectives, there are many perspectives on ancient thoughts. On page 21 of your module. Leadership development requires training in psychology, sociology, management, economics, political science, critical thinking, and others for better human behavior environment. We can see the idea in these basic categories of studying approach. Plato in 4028 to 47 BC raised his idea that some philosophers born to be leaders. The rest who didn't study philosophy born to be followers. He said on page 22 of your module. Leadership development stated from Plato, that is 2,400 years ago. So, as we have seen earlier, there is different perspectives, different leadership development regarding of the theory. There is a great man theory. What is it that makes some people excel in leadership roles? Leadership theories seek to explain how and why certain people become leaders. Such theories often focus on the characteristics of leaders, but some attempt to identify the behaviors that people can adopt to improve their own leadership abilities in different situations. Early debates on the psychology of leadership often suggested that such skills were simply abilities that people were born with. In other words, these theories propose that certain people were simply born leaders. So, in this perspective, simply leadership is gift from God. Some more recent theories propose that possessing certain traits may help make people nature leaders, but that experience and situational variables also play a critical role. So, since Plato has discovered these leadership-born perspectives, the late researchers and the contemporary approach also supported this idea. The other point is, on leadership development, there is the need of education and training. See page 22 of your module, how to learn and train leadership skill. There are different parts or different fields to learn and train ourselves. The first one, take a lesson from experts. We have experts that are living or working in our surroundings, so we have to follow them, we have to learn from them. Take a lesson from experts. The second one, learning the mastery special skills and competences. So we have to focus on competences and skills, comprehending knowledge, special skills, we need that. The other one, combine experiences with useful lessons. We have to combine the skills, the knowledge, the information we are given in different approach, in different categories, from different departments. We have to combine that from psychology, from philosophy, from biblical approach, from other scientific approach. Studying the philosophies and experience of successful leaders, managers. The other one, attending professional meetings and workshops. So we have to attend professional meetings, seminaries, workshops, international conferences. The other one, forming mentor relationships. We need a coach, we need a mentor to shape, to correct, to upgrade us. The other point is taking management and leadership courses, formal courses like BA class, the master's class, and the PhD class. We need have to partake on that formal skills. The next step we see organizational systems. As we mentioned earlier, there are three perspectives collectively known as multiple perspectives which help to analyze and understand organizations. What is organization? These include the modern, symbolic, interpretive, and postmodern perspectives. In order to understand these perspectives, one must know about ontology and epistemology. Simply, organization of all types are in constant and disparate need of leaders. See page 23 and 24 of your module. To fill the gap, all stakeholders have to work on their training responsibility. One of the stakeholders are students, which are senior students who have responsibility to train junior students. Both trainers and trainee have to be alert to gain vital model of learning. So there are stakeholders. They have to partakers of this learning and teaching modalities. The organizational system refers to the formal structure, processes, policies, and procedures that govern how an organization operates. Organizational system is typically documented and can be designed, modified, and adapted to achieve specific objectives. It focuses on the how of an organization. See page 24. The other basic point is self-monitoring. Organizations need human resources with physical and personality traits. A person who is a high self-monitor is like a chameleon. He can survive by creating similar colors with the environment and unnoticed by others. Being a self-monitor can simply make interactions with societies. See page 25 on your module. Individuals who closely monitor themselves are categorized as high self-monitors. They often behave in a manner that is highly responsive to social cues and their situational context. The next one, locus of control. Page 26. Success breeds self-confidence and self-esteem. Locus of control believes that the successes and failures they experience in their lives are directly related to the energy and effort that they invest in the activities. Locus of control is a personality dimension that relates to where individuals place responsibility for the causes of success and failure in their lives. So, locus of control refers to the degree to which an individual feels a sense of agency in regard to his or her life. Someone with an internal locus of control will believe that the things that happen to them are greatly influenced by their own abilities, actions, or mistakes. Influences on behavior. We have to know the behavioral influence of leadership perspection. See page 26. Influences on behavior consists some ideas. Some of these are: it is an attitude, is an evaluative feeling or belief about something in particular. Attitudes can be positive, negative, and neutral. We may have positive attitude, we may have negative attitude, we may have neutral attitude, all such things. With three components: cognitive or knowledge and understanding, and affective areas, that is emotional and feeling dimension, and behavioral states arise from a complex thoughts and feelings, subjects and concepts. So we have to know influences on our behavior. There is theories, some special theories X and Y, which mentioned on page 27 of your module. A theory X attitude is one that workers inherently dislike work and will try to avoid it if they can. Theory X managers view workers as lazy, irresponsible, untrustworthy, and in need of severe follow-up. They will be pessimistic view they had. They have negative attitudes. This presentation is prepared by Gelila International Seminary. So the X view is the pessimistic view or the negative view. The managers view upon workers as lazy, irresponsible, untrustworthy, and in need of severe follow-up. Theory Y attitude is that workers desire and inherently good and eager to work. Theory Y managers respect, trust, and look out the best interests of the workers. They became optimists. They have optimistic. They have bright attitude on their workers. So we need the distinction between X and Y theories of leadership. The learning view on page 29 of your module, there is some pointers like self-efficacy, refers the confidence that a person has in his or her ability to perform a task. High self-efficacy refers to high confidence, low efficacy the reverse. Vicarious learning and self-efficacy help the people to succeed in new jobs. Self-efficacy refers to an individual belief in his or her capacity to execute behaviors necessary to specific performance attainments, like the Bondra approach. Self-efficacy reflects confidence and to exert control over one's own motivation. So we have to see that. The other one, the confidence, on our module page 30. As we mentioned earlier, there are different theories of leadership. Among these, there is the contingency theory. In this theory, we'll see some pointers: the management approach, the work speed, the organizational policies and culture, employee spirit, employees' level of maturity, relationship between co-workers or members of a team, organizational objectives, environment, and routine at work. So, confidence in this context means having a strong belief, whether in something positive or negative. Then self-efficacy is about having the strong positive belief that you have the capacity and the skills to achieve your goals. This distinction is important. Confidence can help leaders from feeling lost, and they confront new and unknowing situations. The other one, the group's perspective, will see the interdependence. Page 31 of your module. There are three types of interdependence approach. These are the first one, pooled. The pool, it is a characteristic of a golf and bowling teams. One team begins after the other team ends. The second one, sequential interdependence. When one department or team must accomplish something before another team can do their job. The third one, a reciprocal approach, requires the greatest level of approach, interaction among members as a work together simultaneously. Organizations are defined as social entities made up of two or more people who work together interdependently to accomplish common goals. See page 31 of your module. Organizational scientist James Thompson identified three forms of interdependence, as we mentioned earlier. This idea is very important. The other important point is we consider the group size in our leadership. It is impossible for an individual to defeat a team in a team sport. Individual cannot defeat a team on behalf of his team. He has to do with his team, not individually defend. If you are a fan of Bugs Bunny, you might remember the baseball Bugs cartoon where Bugs Bunny hackled the Gush house. So we have the team-oriented approach to defend or to overcome or to get success. But if the group size became too big, the organization will waste human and organization resource. So group size must not too big and must not be too small. If too small, the organization will lose out of performance. So we distract our performance or our resources on the basis of the unbalanced size of group. So we have to balance the group, medium size we need. Stages of group development. Groups follow regular and predictable stages of development. Group refers to or more people to work together interdependently to accomplish a common goal or set of goals. See page 33 on your module. So groups can exist formally or informally, between friends. So stages of group development. The first one, forming stage, the initial stage it is. In this stage, individuals get to know each other. They get to know each other. They introduce themselves within the group. The second stage is storming stage. It is interpersonal conflict. Next to get to know stage, it will become conflicts, uncertainties, and doubts. So we have to know that. The third stage is norming stage. The group identity develops their identity and become a stable stage. The fourth stage is performing stage. In this stage, the group works to accomplish their goals. This is a maturity stage. And the fifth one, adjourning stage, when the team comes to know the organization or the circumstances around them. So in these stages, there are different maturity levels, gaining levels, and conflict resolutions opportunities we have. In the storming stage, it is characterized by interpersonal conflict, uncertainty, cautioning, and posturing among group members. It is in this stage that the group defines and learns the roles and responsibilities of members. Once roles are defined, the group then establishes work processes and defines how it works together. This stage of development is the norming stage. It is in this stage that group identity develops. So when conflict arises, it will have a positive privilege, that is the maturity, the growth, the development will come. The other one, social facilitation. It is a social phenomenon in which being in the presence of others improves individual task performance. That is, people to better on tasks when they are with other people rather than when they are doing the task alone. Social facilitation has a social comfort. Performing in front of others bring and expectations that others will evaluate that. It is very important. When the people perform physical tasks with which they are very comfortable and confident, they energize states of enhanced performance. In other words, when tasks are perceived as easy, the presence of others positively affects performance. Highly trained athletes probably set more performance records during important competitions than in the presence of only their coach during practice. See page 34 on your module. The other point is conformity. Conformity is behavior in accordance with socially accepted conventions. It is a groupthink paradox. People prefer conformity is a conflict avoidance to questioning, disagreement, and better reasoned solutions. By getting conformity, organization can bring benefits of groups and maximize their powers. The concept is at play among the family members in the Evelyn paradox demonstrates the powers of social conformity. Organizational researchers use the term groupthink to describe such process. Groupthink refers to the tendency for individual group members to suppress and not the group. It arises when group members conform to the will of the group to avoid disagreeing with the group and creating conflict and appearing as bad team players. But as the paradox shows, sometimes the will of the group is not the will of any individual member. So the responsibility is rely on the group instead of the individual. In this part, managers and organizational leaders must understand and recognize the tendencies of individuals to conform to group pressures. In some cases, social conformity is desired and can be used to wrangle in wayward individuals, create a sense of belonging, and build group identity. In other situations, however, the process of social conformity and group think can lead group to drive less than optimal solutions to organizational problems. Work cultures must be created that value teamwork and individual input and the questioning of solutions, procedures, and methods of operation. By doing so, organizations can reap the benefits of groups and maximize the power of their individuals. So, in this part 2 of our discussion, we dealt with different theories of management and leadership perspectives on different approaches. When we see the theory of situations similar to the contingency theory, this idea emphasizes the significance of context and holds that a leader should adjust to the shifting context to achieve objectives and make judgments. The level of competence and dedication of the team members can influence how these leaders choose to lead. Situational leadership as per situational theory. This theory developed a connection with the workforce, encourage employees and others. So, the various management theories try to address various aspects of management from increasing productivity, motivating employees to effective managerial discussions, making understanding the management theories helps a manager to be effective in management roles. In order to produce creativity within an organization, leaders should be aware and mindful of their followers' perception of them. Each of these theories focus on building trust through a mutually beneficial relationship between leaders and followers. So, in behavioral theory, behavioral leadership theory focuses on the actions of leaders and holds that other leaders are able to imitate similar actions. Because it is sometimes known, the design theory contends that successful leaders could also be developed through teachable conduct rather than being born with it. The behavior of a pace-setter are extensively emphasized in behavioral theories of leadership. This theory contends that observing a leader's behavior is the best indicator of how successful their leadership will be. So we have to touch some points of view regarding this leadership and management theory. There are many different theories: functional theory, integrated psychological theory, behaviorist theory, and the trait theory, and others. In this part of our discussion, we dealt about the main pointers as much as possible. On the next chapter 3, we'll discuss about on some ingredients, very vital points of these conceptual theories. Thank you for today's discussions.